Post 20k challenge. Let's see how we're doing. Still looking pretty vascular. Alright, so these are pancakes and I put some of this stuff on top of that. Look at this. Oh baby. Alright, gonna enjoy this now. Get on with the day. Alright guys, so helping me out today is Thomas Arnold. He is filling in for Ben while Ben is in Cambodia, and he's just giving me a hand with filming this seminar talk that we're doing today. It's like really close by, and it's just like, you know, I've nothing planned for it. It's just like a 45-minute chill talk, Q&A, nice and small and intimate. So these are my favorite type of talks to give, and if anyone's new here, new to the channel, public speaking is something that, you know, I regularly do. So yeah, I really like when I get a good kind of job that I'm really looking forward to. So all right, let's go. Jumbo.
The psychological terms.
Never stopping it, continuously.
All right, so time to head on in, get psyched off. Public speaking, I love it. I get a rush from it, especially when I'm just about to go in. So let's smash this. Cheers. Hey, what's going on, guys? You well? Thanks.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I got my own theme music. Thank you so much, guys.
Rob, I know most of the lads know you already, but just want to give a quick introduction.
Absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me down here. I think it's just awesome talking to a bunch of motivated, enthusiastic individuals like yourself. Like, I wish when I was your age that I was listening to people like me and going to talks like this and just being proactive. But my name is Rob Lipsett. I'm always like, how do I describe myself? Literally, I'm a fitness entrepreneur, I guess you could say, physique competitor, public speaker. I own my own clothing line, an endorsed athlete. So I do a lot of things. And also a social media influencer, Batman on the weekends, you know, whatever you want, okay? So I started my journey, I'd say, when I finished school. When I left school, I was about 18, 19, and I was so confused as to what to do. Like, I was filling out my CAO, do you know that thing where you decide where you go to college? And I always thought it was CEO, and I was like, yeah, I want to be a fucking CEO. But so anyways, I was filling that out, and I didn't have a clue what I wanted. And I literally just jotted down business because I was like, oh, cool, business. Everyone does business. So I did it, and I went into college, and I was like, I was really trying hard, and it wasn't for me. So I was thinking that I'm some idiot. I kept failing tests. I was like, I'm going to be an absolute failure. And that's one thing I don't like about school or college. And that is, if you're not good at a certain topic, that you're meant to think that you're bad or you're terrible or you're stupid. And that's not the case at all. And now the college that I was in have actually asked me to come back and do talks numerous times, so you know, that's irony at its finest. So basically I failed like 2 years or something, had to repeat, and I kept going back, kept failing, and I was like, look, this just isn't for me. I ended up just being like, look, okay, I need to start playing to my strengths. I need to see what I'm good at. And one thing that I was always really consistent with was the gym. I absolutely loved it. I played a lot of rugby and clongos as well, and I loved the pitch sessions and matches and everything. But the main thing I actually loved was the weight sessions in the morning and the strength and conditioning, flipping tires, beating each other up, like everything. I thought the physical aspect of it, the training, that's what I loved. So when I left school, I played for Ternier Club for a little bit, and then I just noticed the gym would take over a little bit more, and I just got really invested into that. So, you know, I was like, hey, I'm pretty good at this lifting weights thing, so then I should start, you know, posting my progress and talking about it a little bit more. So I started a Facebook page, and I just started, you know, updating people on how things were going. This was just on the side. I was working loads of shitty jobs that I hated, and I was just doing this Facebook page on the side. And so then I would get so many inboxes being like, Rob, can you do me out a plan? You know, can you give me advice on my diet and my training? And I was doing it all for free. I was like, yeah, sure thing. And then like in a month or two, people would come back to me and they'd be like, I got these killer results from your plan. And I was just like, light bulb. I was like, I can make a living from this. So then I set up my website. I started charging money for plans, And then I took that revenue and started putting it into a clothing line, paying for myself to fly to LA to collab with other American YouTubers. And it just snowballed and snowballed and snowballed over the past like not even 3 years. Like, it's only the beginning in my opinion. You know, I want to be a household name in the next year or so. So yeah, that's where we're at now, and then we can get into these questions. We can just chat. These are my favorite talks to do that are really just relaxed, and we can just go from there. Yeah, it's so good. Like, I wish I just had someone to tell me when I was 16, because when I was 16, like, YouTube wasn't even that popular. Like, the gym wasn't that mainstream. Everyone thought that, oh, you couldn't lift weights till you're 18 or 19. That's not true. And so we were just getting terrible advice, and all we had to read was like Flex magazine, and I'd be trying to do the same program as Mr. Olympia, like Phil Heath's program or something like that, which is just not the way to do it at all. So take some evidence-based approaches into your training, so stuff that actually has science behind it to prove it, and not just people saying this worked for me, because you'll get some roided out guy in the gym who just takes gear, does whatever, it doesn't even matter what he fucking does because he takes so much steroids and he gets results. So like, his advice isn't really great because he didn't even have any scientific claims to back it up. Do your research, stick to your compound movements, do a high frequency split that like maybe like a 3-day full body per week, or even upper lower. Always aim to lift more over time. Progressive overload is literally the key to building muscle, because think about it, if you go into the gym every week, you lift the same amount of weight, why would you grow? You know, there's no difference. So you have to provide a new stimulus every week or every month. So you need to be even adding like 1 kg plates every week. And imagine that built up over time. You'd be squatting 52 kg or over 100 pounds more in a year. They don't think of the small increases, and they just add up so much, and at the time you won't even notice 1 kg going on every week. So progressive overload is the key to building muscle. You're also going to need to be in a caloric surplus, which basically means eating above maintenance levels. We have maintenance calories, which makes us stay the same weight. We have caloric surplus, which is usually about 500 calories over maintenance, makes us gain weight, and then the opposite, a deficit, 500 below, makes us lose weight. But honestly, if you're young and you're just starting out, no one here is overweight. You know, you don't need that, like, especially when you're growing, you need a lot of energy. So stick to, you know, plenty whole foods, but don't be afraid to enjoy your diet a little bit, have some fun, especially while you're young, and always be looking to increase what you're lifting over time.
Your experience, have you ever been in a street fight, and advice to the lads as well?
When I was your age, I was a bad kid. So yeah, I've been in loads. I was just really like rowdy or something. I don't know. I was just a bit of a messer in school, and I'd just be that guy to start shit. And I don't advise it. Like, I think Tony kind of knows my past, but like, so no, I wouldn't advise it. Like, you know, I know a few guys who would just throw well, a good punch in their books, but a bad punch in the long run, and they'd end up having to pay for the person to go to hospital, thousands. They'd end up having to go to court and everything. And so now that I'm like, I just turned 25 last week, I'm too old for that shit. Like, I'm too old to be end up in fucking court. I've got too much going on. So getting in a fight is just stupid, okay? And even nowadays, like, you'll look like more of a badass if you just ignore the dude starting shit and just be like, whatever, trying to get my attention, I'm out of here. So I wouldn't advise getting in fights. Like, it's really just, there's no good to come from it. And I can tell you that from experience. Well, first things first, for every 99 lovely comments I get, there's only like 1 bad comment, and the only way for me to describe it is irrelevant. I don't mean to sound like cocky or arrogant here, because I always say to stay humble, but like, I'm loving life, you know, life is fun as hell, okay? And so if anonymous profile comments on the internet about me, I can't even scale how much of a shit I don't give. So, you know, like, oh, it's just so irrelevant. So yeah, I really don't care. At the start, yeah, I was kind of like, hey, don't say that about me. But now I'm just like, fuck you, loser. I don't care. No, so yeah, I really like, I can't even express how much I don't care. If someone has time out of their day to hate on you, what are they doing? Seriously, like, if they have time to make a fake profile and look into what you're doing and form an opinion on it, Jesus Christ, if I had time in the day to do that, I tell you. So yeah, it's irrelevant. Like, just focus on yourself, and yeah, don't hate on other people as well. I shouldn't even need to tell you that, and just focus on yourself.
Business. Any kind of maybe 2 to 3 lessons you learned the hard way?
Yeah.
You think you can pass on to them?
Yeah, okay, start's the hardest. Start is the hardest. it's not going to be easy to make your dream life. Imagine that everyone had their dream life. 0.1% of the population have their dream life. That 0.1% of the population get up in the morning. Sometimes I can't sleep because I'm so excited to wake up the next day. To actually summarize how hard you're gonna work to be in that 0.1%, it's like the odds of winning the lottery. Like, it's gonna be so hard. Like, people think it's gonna be easy, and it's gonna be the hardest thing you ever do. Be prepared to work your ass off, but enjoy the journey and understand that it's going to be so worth it when it pays off. So start's the hardest, be prepared to work hard and be prepared to be consistent. Just throwing in another tip. If you're ever trying to come up with a business, think of something that you need every single day or something that presents to you every day. So I have people asking me for plans every day. And I was like, okay, this is simple. This is what I do. So just think of something there like, what could I do that like occurs in my everyday life? So, and then you'll think of a good idea. Yeah, funnily enough, I'm starting another company maybe in the next 2 months, and it's nothing to do with fitness. I can't talk about it because you shouldn't, like, you know, word gets out, people steal your idea and shit like that. But like, I've bought the domain and stuff. But one thing I am really interested in is marketing and public relations and stuff like that, and social media. So I would probably be doing something like that, which ties in perfectly with fitness. But yeah, that's what I'd probably be doing. That is my goal for this year. Next 365 days, I want to get him on my channel. He would put me through an MMA workout, kick my ass, and I would put him through like a bodybuilding workout and then do Q&A afterwards. That's like my dream collaboration. And we've got like a few mutual friends. So like, it's not impossible, you know? So yeah, that's definitely the goal. I think a lot of people would like to see that. Yeah, Connor, if you're watching this, hit me up, man. Let's do it. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, so that is a wrap. Again, I just love doing stuff like that, and that one in particular, it was just like really chilled and like one-on-one. It was awesome. The lads were just so nice, nothing but nice things to say. But now I'm dying to get a workout in. I'm pumped. I'm just feeling like motivated or something, so let's do it. What's up, everyone? So today we're doing a push day with a shoulder emphasis, hitting those delts hard. So we're about to go into an edit. Haven't done one in a while. I'm excited. Let's go.
These are the days that we need each other most. These are the days that we'll look back and we'll joke. We were scared of getting older, scared of getting closer. Ooh, yeah. All we did was pray.
Alright, so what you just witnessed was a push day with a shoulder emphasis. So we started off with barbell press, then we went on to Arnold press, which is like a shoulder press, but it gives you more of a range of motion for the shoulders. Also hits the upper chest really well too. I really felt it. Then we did some chest press, then we did isolation work, so it was like rear delt flies, lateral raises, chest flies, and then we finished off with some triceps. So that was a really good workout. My training has just been like, ever since the last like month or so, it's just like I haven't had a bad session, so I'm really grateful for that. And now I'm gonna give Thomas a lift home. I want you all to go check out his channel, it's linked below. I really appreciate the help today, man. Cheers, Rob. By the way, he like totally paid me to say that. I'm joking, you're great, you're great. All right, let's go. Okay, so I'm back at home now. I gotta get ready and leave straight away. I have to go to a business meeting about something I'm putting my name to. It's nothing like, you know, it's not a massive big deal or anything, but yeah. So that's basically it. I'll tell you more about it in like a week or so. I'm gonna get ready now, then head off. I'm not gonna vlog it because, you know, I don't like whip out my vlogging camera just over like a business lunch. But yeah, it's all right, let's go. Still loving these kicks. What are those? What are those but in a good way. Yo, what's going on everyone? So I'm back from that meeting. I'm just chilling at home and I definitely need to answer one of the most asked questions, and it was, how am I feeling after the 20,000 calorie challenge, or how do I do these challenges and not let it completely mess up my body or mess up my progress or my body composition? And I'm gonna start off by talking about a study that I saw pretty recently, about 2 months ago, and it was about how in most individuals, fast food isn't what makes them get out of shape, and their fast food intake actually didn't really have much of an effect on their body composition. What really matters is your daily habits, what you do every day. So it's basically saying that if you have, if you go out to eat once, or if you obviously, slip up on your diet or something, it's not gonna have a big an impact as what you do every single day. In other words, look at the bigger picture instead of like the once off. On top of that, I knew I was gonna do this challenge, so I planned on it. So in Bali, I was like really active, did like some cardio every day. I was like surfing and everything, eating pretty well, sticking some solid meals. And when I got back to Bali, there was like 6 days between when I was back in Dublin and between when I was doing the challenge. And for those 6 days, I ate like 2,000 calories a day, which is like competition prep calories for me. I did cardio every single morning. And so by the time the challenge came along, I had created a big caloric deficit, and energy balance is really what's going to dictate weight loss and weight gain. So I set up a lot of leeway for myself. Again, 2,000 calories is like really, really low for me. I can like cut down on 2,500 calories. And then for the 2 days after the challenge, I've done the same again. So when you look at the whole week, that 20,000 spike is actually blunted a lot by what I did before and after. And then with these acute spike in calories, there's also a few factors that come into play, such as nutrient partitioning and even glycogen depletion. So I was pretty glycogen depleted coming up to that challenge, and if you're really depleted and you have like say a refeed or like a big calorie challenge like I did, a lot of those calories that came from carbs will be stored as glycogen. Again, I don't know how much exactly, but definitely a good portion of them. Then there's also nutrient partitioning, which is something that I don't know too much about, but basically leaner individuals will have better nutrient partitioning. So calories can either be shuttled into your fat cells or your muscle cells. So leaner individual with a bit of muscle will have better nutrient partitioning. It's a really complicated topic that I'm not 100% certain on, but I think that definitely had a play in it. So the day after the challenge, I was like 10 pounds heavier, which will be a lot of water weight, glycogen, actual weight of the food. Remember that chocolate bar weighed like a freaking kg. And then today I was only like 2 pounds above my normal set point. So I reckon in like tomorrow or the day after, I'll like be back to normal. In terms of how I felt at the end of the day, I was like so tired. I was just so tired from digesting all that food, and then I really didn't sleep well that night. And then the day after, I felt a little bit groggy too. I also felt really dehydrated, probably because my salt intake was so high and I didn't drink enough water. But yeah, so now like I'm feeling completely back to normal. Again, these challenges are like so rare for me, and they're not something I recommend doing. They're just like for YouTube entertainment purposes, and they're just good for like growing your channel or whatever. Again, just a bit of fun, and I don't recommend them. I recommend a diet consisting mostly of whole foods. I eat like at least 5 servings of fruit and veg every day. I actually love fruit and veg. I think they flavor a meal. And I've also plenty of full day of eating videos on my channel, whether I'm cutting or bulking. They're very easy to find. So yeah, that's it. Don't plan on doing another one of them anytime soon, but yeah, like I said, it was a bit of crack, and for my American subscribers, crack is Irish for fun. Anyways, on with the day. I'm gonna get a little bit of work done, chill out, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Alright, so when I'm not eating like 1 kg chocolate bars and Oreo cheesecakes, this is kind of a more accurate description of what I eat for dinner. So this is like a rice stir fry with broccoli, peppers, mushrooms, and then over here we got 2 basa fish fillets, and they're marinated in some spices and chili sauce as well. So we're gonna combine the 2 of these, and this is what I'm gonna have for dinner. I'm gonna finish this video up here. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave it a like if you did. Also, big hello to all the new subscribers here. Really appreciate that you hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video. Keep it real. Peace.